Hi, Aries-Taurus Cusp Collective. Hold on, let me get your incense rolling here. I hope that this live finds you in the highest vibration possible. Thank you guys always so much for the love you show here on my channel, through your likes, through your comments, through your subscriptions, through hitting that bell notification so that you're at least notified when I do go live, even if you can't make it. And for engaging in the channel in general, I'm truly appreciative. Okay, happy Capricorn season to everyone. I hope that this season treats you well, especially as we move into the new calendar year. So we're going to get into this cosmic spread. So I've added here with the Black Moon Astrology deck, I've added back the zodiac signs and the element energies so that we have a full complete deck now, just to kind of spice up the messages that are coming in, add a little bit of new energy. Okay, and I kind of was feeling bad they were just sitting there, I wasn't using them, so hopefully they can maybe offer a little bit more detail, a little bit more insight into these cosmic spreads, but we're going to get into that in a minute here. Aries-Taurus Cusp Collective, I do invite you to start whatever affirmations, intentions, prayers, meditation, breath work, moment of silence or stillness, or a combination of any of those methods that feel right for you in order for you to be grounded, so that you're open to the messages that come forward in this reading. I'm going to do the same, and then we will get started, okay? Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, the Ascended Masters, my Ascended Ancestors, and all holy angels, I thank you so much for being here with me and with the Aries-Taurus Cusp Collective of Energy here on YouTube for this general message reading, a look into the cosmos for Aries-Taurus Cuspers. What planets, transits, energies, houses, aspects, elements, and signs might be supporting them in the now moment, connecting with them, guiding them in this season. I thank you so much, Divine, for that clear guidance, for clearing my energy, allowing me to bring forth those most important messages that Aries-Taurus here on YouTube need to hear in the now moment. I thank you for your love, your mercy, your grace, protection, your support, always and forever, and so it is. All right. All right, Aries-Taurus, I'm going to do 3 shuffles, and then we're going to get into it. Okay. I have done the Capricorn season general tarot reading, so make sure you guys check that out. We had some beautiful spirit animal energy come forward that is guiding us in this season. But let's take a look at your cosmic spread. Thank you so much, Divine. Well, cosmic energy is here. So you have, first card out, you have solar eclipse. Okay, 44, the energy of 44, which is a master number. Solar eclipse here in this particular deck is all about a revolution of energy, a huge change and a huge shift here. Okay, what other cosmic energy is here for Aries-Taurus? You also have the moon. Okay, flat out number 2, soul energy. So you have the sun and the moon here, the sun going through some sort of revolution, some sort of eclipse almost. Solar eclipse, excuse me. All right. Which is like a shift and a phasing out in your own spiritual energy here, right? Because the sun really represents your spirit. And then you have the moon here, which is your soul, your emotions, your intuition. Vibration of 2 for my number people, okay? I have one more cosmic energy here for Aries-Taurus. And then you got 3rd house messages. Okay, vibration of 27 breaking down into a 9. Okay, so you have 2, 9, and 44 as your root energy numbers. It feels like there's a real need here, though, to pay attention to what you're intuitively guided to think about, feel, pay attention to. It almost feels like, Aries-Taurus, your higher self is trying to communicate here with you, or trying to articulate what changes and whatever is phasing out. It's almost like, yeah, your higher self is kind of guiding you and letting you know, like, hey, here's what we need to release. Here's what we're feeling. Here's what's coming up ahead. Like some of you, your higher self is definitely very active with you right now. And I feel like that is through signs, synchronicities, messages, dreams, different forms of communication, maybe even through conversations you're having with other people, what you're journaling. It just feels like there's a lot of coded messages here for some of you. So whether you're seeing like 333, 222, 555, 444, it's like those are all signs that your spiritual energy is revving up for some sort of shift here, okay? Now, depending on those sequences and those syncs, you want to look into that. I almost feel like, too, whatever is phasing out with this solar eclipse is bringing you closer to your heart space here with all this green energy. It's almost like the moon kind of blocking out the sun. It's activating your soul here in some way, but it feels, and I know that that's kind of like generic and maybe just on surface, but it feels like almost like a portal opening within you here for you to be more receptive, Aries, Taurus. I don't know if you've been in a state of resistance or you've been struggling with receiving, but it just feels like this looks like a portal, right? An eclipse is when the sun and the moon align. And then you have the moon specifically here, okay? And then you have this third house messages, communication, Gemini, Mercury, so how you think. How you just express self. Interesting. Okay. I feel like Aries, Taurus, you're at this point where like you can no longer ignore your soul. And I don't know that you have been maybe fully ignoring it, but it just feels like your higher self has been trying to communicate something with you. And I don't know that you've been able to either hear it, tune into it, recognizing those messages, but it feels like all of that is kind of coming up to the forefront. And I can't get away from there is a portal that's open for you, Aries, Taurus. And it almost feels like you have to just kind of walk through it. But in order to walk through that, you have to be in tune with this, the moon, the soul, what you feel, right? Your intuition is trying to guide you somewhere. And very cryptically, though, with this third house messages, all the hieroglyphics, those through symbols. Some of you might see the same symbol over and over again as well. All right, let's see what the tarot has to say. Thank you so much, Divine, for these beautiful cosmic energies. The Aries, Taurus, cusp collective of energy here on YouTube. Tell me more about moon, third house, and solar eclipse. We did have a solar eclipse at the beginning of this month on the cusp of Scorpio and Sagittarius. So that might have activated something. Like you might have been really, yeah, some of you, this could even be like your dreams might be very vivid or deep. Bringing out maybe some of your own subconscious energy here. Tell me more about this moon, the third house, and solar eclipse, Divine. Thank you. Moon, third house, and the solar eclipse for Aries, Taurus, cusp energies. What do they need to know about this moon? What's the moon trying to say to Aries, Taurus? Got the Warrior of Wands. And it came out like this. It wanted to come out in reverse, which I rarely get reversals. So that's almost telling me like your soul, your spirit, your higher self might be trying to get you to slow down, Aries, Taurus. to slow down on something. Tell me more about this Warrior of Wands and the Moon. Thank you so much. Yeah, 8 of Cups. It feels like there's something that you've been trying to rush past. With the Warrior of Wands and the 8 of Cups, it's the moon. You even see the moon here in the background of this 8 of Cups. The moon trying to get you to release something, trying to get you to purge a little bit, dig a little deeper into your emotional space. And I don't know that that's been comfortable for you, Aries Taurus, lately. Maybe since this solar eclipse, it's been a little difficult to kind of connect with what you feel. Because with the Warrior of Wands wanting to flip out in reverse, it's like, where the Warrior of Wands would be very impulsive, it's like ignoring your impulse to let go of something. Ignoring the messages, the sign, your spirit saying it's time to release, it's time to walk away, it's time to free yourself. It's time to just let go of some sort of grip or hold, something you've been really holding on to emotionally. And I feel like that's what this solar eclipse energy, it's trying to phase out that energy so that something new can come through that portal for you, Aries Taurus. Okay, but tell me more about 8 of Cups, Warrior of Wands, and the Moon for Aries Taurus divine. Tell me more about this moon. Yeah, 8 of Wands. 2-8. So the divine is trying to shift you here. Yeah, the divine is trying to get you to move forward, take action, but I don't know that you have. Something about whatever this is emotionally that's hard to let go of. I don't know if it's because you don't want to let it go. With the fire energy, maybe these emotions, whatever you've been holding on to, has been acting or serving as like a fuel for you in some way, shape, or form. Subconsciously, and with the moon, it could be subconsciously. There might be some emotions that you haven't faced, haven't let go of, that have been fueling some action, or like a source of I don't want to say power, but it's almost like something you've been riding off the fumes of, right? Like, and what I mean by that is like, okay, if something has been hurtful or didn't work out, it's like holding a grudge almost, Aries Taurus. But letting that grudge, that angst kind of fuel you to take action, but it's almost like the divine is trying to get you to take action to let that go. As opposed to maybe you've been a little stubborn here, okay? So that's why that solar eclipse energy would definitely come out, that it's time to phase something out. It's time to let go. Okay, tell me more about this moon energy for Aries Taurus. Justice. Ooh, that's what it is. So you feel like you were done wrong, or that there's been an injustice in some way, shape, or form here. And so it's like you're holding out. You're not wanting to let it go because it's almost like an act of justice. Like carrying a chip on your shoulder a little bit here, Aries Taurus. Maybe because you're seeking justice, or feeling like if you let go of this grudge, this chip, if you release that energy, then what will the justice be? But remember, we don't act as judge. We don't act as jury. We don't act as executioner, right? We leave that all in the divine's hands. So Aries Taurus, there's something here that you've been really harboring in your soul, harboring in your emotions. Waiting for justice to come, waiting for the scales to balance in some sort of way with whatever this is, but it's blocking you from moving forward. It's blocking you from stepping through that portal, from going into a new phase, okay? And it's almost like as soon as you're able to let go, as soon as you can step and get to this 8 of Cups point, which is the point of no return, right? Once you really let it go and don't look back, all of this amazing energy finds you, this shift, this power, this energy. Okay? So if it feels like you've been stuck in some way, shape, or form, the only way to really bring justice to that energy is to let it go. And I know that's a lot easier said than done. Easy for me to sit here and just be like, yeah, let it go, whatever, right? And it takes work, absolutely. But remember, You do not bring, how can I say this accurately? Your justice is the level up. Your justice is the movement forward. Your justice is not holding yourself back, right? It's almost like, what's that saying? It's not forgiving someone or holding resentment is like drinking poison and expecting that person to die, right? Like, do you see what I'm saying? There's a little bit of a misalignment there, but there's a need to face it. And I think that's maybe what's been a bit difficult here, Aries Taurus, to really face whatever you've been holding on to. Okay. What's the overall message here from the moon to Aries Taurus, divine? Yeah. 5 of Pentacles. It almost feels like, and that's the feeling, I think. Whatever this injustice was, it made you feel out in the cold, Aries Taurus. It made you feel or question your own worth. Okay? It made you feel alone in some sort of sense. It caused some form of worry. It's the 5 of Pentacles. Not feeling connected. Not feeling like on the inside, kind of feeling like an outsider a little bit. Having to go at something alone. Having to step out on your own faith. Having to trust that what you don't have in the moment, what didn't work out, was meant, right? In need of support. And for some of you that could be it. Maybe you were in need of support in some way and something or someone didn't show up for you. Like it feels like it's a very deep rooted energy, but it made you what it is you have to let go of is that feeling of being left out in the cold. Okay. 5 of Pentacles can also be a bit of insecurity as well. Okay, feeling like, again, you're not enough. This is also that pivotal point where you learn that your value isn't materially defined by your material. What you're worth has nothing to do with the money that you make, has nothing to do with the cars, the houses, whatever. It has nothing to do with that. Your real wealth, your real abundance is in your connection with the divine, truthfully, right? And that's what this 5 of Pentacles really speaks to. It's not placing a higher value on the material world than your own faith and connection with the divine. You see what I'm saying? It's that shift, because then you get into the 6 of Pentacles. Whereas before the 5 of Pentacles, you were at the 4, where you're hoarding all your treasures. You're valuing the jewels and all of that more than the divine. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. And so for some of you, it might not even be materially. It could just be whatever this injustice was, whatever this emotional energy that you have to let go of that's stunting your growth here, honestly, a little bit. You were putting a lot more energy into not letting it go. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it was taking more energy out of you than it was actually serving you in a way. So I think you're at that pivotal point where maybe at one point holding on to the grudge, keeping the chip on your shoulder really got you to make moves or do something different or, get to a certain spot. But it's like you're at that pivotal point where it's like, okay, that no longer is the fuel to my fire, right? That no longer is putting steam in my engine anymore, right? It's time to kind of try something else, but now you got to face what you were holding on to. All right? All right, Aries Taurus. Don't worry, we all go through these cycles. We all have to do these several, many times throughout our life. Okay? Many times throughout the day. Trust me. But let's look at this 3rd house energy. Thank you so much, Divine. What are the messages here for Aries Taurus? 2 of Cups. Yeah, so this could have been tethered to a relationship, a connection, a friendship for some of you. Okay, tell me more about the 2 of Cups in this 3rd house energy. Whoa! Sorry about that, y'all. Temperance. Okay. Interestingly enough, 2 cups and 2 cups here. You got the 2 of cups, right? And then the temperance also has 2 cups. So there's a need to trust here. Hold on, let me make sure this isn't gonna... Ooh, there we go. Okay. There's a feeling here that you maybe need to trust. I don't know why I'm getting trust with the temperance. Patience. Tell me more about the 3rd house in these messages. What are the messages here for this 2 of Cups and Temperance? 9 of Wands. This is what I was saying. Exhaustion. Feeling exhausted. This is that pivotal point. So you've learned a lot of lessons. You've gained a lot of wisdom. This is earning your stripes. 9 of Wands, okay? You've earned your stripes here. Now it feels like this Temperance angel is coming in to balance something for you, coming in to change and to shift. And I think this is what I was saying. Your higher self is ready for change, is ready to shift things, is your angels, your guides, your ancestors. They're trying to orchestrate you or align you with, and again, I can't get away from this portal, this opening in the cosmos for you to walk through, okay? And again, I feel like I get more of this energy of needing to slow down. Aries, Taurus, there's a need to really slow down. Like you've been running yourself through the ringer for a minute. Slow down and come into balance with yourself. If this isn't a connection to someone else, this is your inner connection. Your masculine and feminine, your higher self and your shadow, right? Coming into that, just that balance a little bit more. Tell me more about these messages in the 3rd house for Aries, Taurus. Yeah, there's an awakening. Again, huge shifts. Huge shifts in awareness. Judgment energy. So yeah, it feels like your angels, your guides, the divine is waiting for you to make a shift, make a change, waiting for you to recognize here, Aries, Taurus, that you're a bit burnt out on something. And again, I feel like it's whatever you're holding on to. That it's causing more exhaustion now. It's actually fueling you or moving you forward. So it's time to release something and let it go. Okay, and that's going to usher you into this awakening energy, this judgment. So Spirit's calling judgment on you, and this is what I was saying. Your higher self is trying to get you to see something, is trying to talk to you. So this could be a connection, a relationship that you're holding on to, a friendship, some sort of bond. It could be a family member, okay? But I feel like you are going to go through an awakening, like I said, with the... Definitely, please, y'all, make sure you check out that Capricorn season energy reading because those spirit animals are very on point for the energy that I feel like is going to come through this round of readings, okay? But what's the overall message here for the 3rd house for Aries, Taurus? Yeah, the High Priestess. This is your higher self, exactly. So just to reiterate for I don't know how many times now, your higher self is trying to talk to you here. Aries, Taurus, the High Priestess, trying to get you to awaken, okay? Some form of judgment here within yourself, calling something enough is enough, justice, trying to usher in justice because you're burnt out. You've gone through a lot with this energy. You've exhausted yourself with this energy, okay? And this Temperance angel is trying to change and shift it for you. Okay, but you got to be open to it. You got to be willing to let this go. You got to be willing to walk away and release. Okay, so that new energy can come in, that you can find this better alignment. But yeah, your High Priestess is definitely sending you a lot of messages here. Okay, to your higher self, trying to get you to awaken to something, some aspect. So, and what I mean by some aspect is there's some aspect of your life that's truly exhausting you. Nine of Wands. This is having been through the fire, having walked through it, okay? Learned, like I said, you've earned your stripes. You've gotten the nicks, the bruises, the bumps. Excuse my pupper, y'all, if y'all could hear him. But now it's like it's time for rest. For some of you, it's time to really rest. Yeah, this is going to be a very, very important season of rest for you here, Aries Taurus. Let's look into solar eclipse. Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more about this solar eclipse energy for Aries Taurus. What do they need to know? Yeah, Nymph of Swords. Like I said, phasing out a way of thinking, a way of seeing something, your point of view. Tell me more about this Nymph of Swords in connection to the solar eclipse. Yeah. Gaining more wisdom. Yeah. And this is what I was getting. If it's holding on to the chip on your shoulder, holding on to some sort of emotional energy, that point of view that, oh, well, I need that angst, I need that anger, I need that reminder, like I'm not gonna let it go because this is what's getting me to do something or moving me forward. It's like I said, it got you where you needed to be, but now there's time to shift, right? So from a page point of view, that's all fine and dandy, but from the Hierophant, there's some wisdom to kind of put in place here, Aries Taurus. This is your Taurus energy as well. Okay? So there's a need to be grounded. There's a need to trust your soul's wisdom here. You see 2 moons in this particular deck. Okay? So like I said, this Temperance Angel, your higher self, is trying to get you to move into a new phase in life. That's what it feels like. A new energy, a new portal. It's trying to get you to move through it, but in order to move through it, you gotta walk away. You gotta let something go. You got to release, okay? Something that you've been holding on to that's been exhausting you. Tell me more about this solar eclipse for Aries Taurus. Warrior of Cups. Yeah. It's the offer, right? This solar eclipse that was at the beginning of this month was offering you a way out of that exhaustion. Offering you a cup of love that might be healing, might be soothing to whatever that and I'm going to say pain. And pain can come in a different kind of ways. Whatever the frustration is, again, whatever you are struggling to walk away from. Okay, tell me more about this Warrior of Cups with the solar eclipse for Aries Taurus here on YouTube. Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more about this Warrior of Cups. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Right. This is what's on the other side of that portal. Whole new beginning. New lifestyle. New sense of self-worth. Right? Like I said here with the 5 of Pentacles. This is realizing that the value, the material, doesn't necessarily make you who you are, right? This is where you remember that there's a co-creative process when it comes to abundance materially. So you've gotten yourself up to a certain point, and if you want to go further, you have to start incorporating that process here. And then again, this is what the divine has for you, this Temperance Angel, your higher self. The High Priestess is trying to lead you to this Ace of Pentacles. This new tangible beginning, right? It's like a fresh start here. Because that's just what it feels like, Aries Taurus. It feels like your soul is ready to come off of a cycle. Your soul is ready to move through and move beyond and move past, right? To travel forward. This is soul energy, fire energy. It's trying to push you forward. But in order to kind of move forward, you have to release something emotionally with that moon and the soul, yeah? What's the overall message here? Yeah, meditation. The Hanged One. Okay, so seeing it from a new point of view, like I said, perspective here with the Nymph of Swords. It's all about perspective. It's all about how you see it, right? So if you can change your perspective, if you can turn it on its head, if you could see it from a different point of view, then you can gain that wisdom and that grounding here with the Hierophant. Now you have a new set of energy, a new set of almost like new rules, new laws, a new compass to kind of guide yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it's like whatever you were using to guide yourself has exhausted you. So now it's time to see something from a new point of view. It's time to kind of gain a sense of peace around what was, what has been, what is now, so that the new can come forward, this Ace of Pentacles. This is the new phase, right? The new beginning, the fresh start, the new environment. But you have to see it from a new point of view. Yeah. And maybe this is even just finding some time alone, finding some time with yourself, so that you can get to the root of what you really need to let go of, what you really feel, right? Warrior of Cups. Okay. But again, there's that Taurus energy, the mystic, the Hierophant. And again, there's that energy of trust that was coming up earlier, right? Do you trust the divine enough? That's also that Five of Pentacles energy. Do you trust the divine enough to release what you think is valuable, to change your mindset, right? To kind of let go of what you thought was and embrace what is or what could be. That's the life of a mystic, right? You tap into the energy around you. You're constantly creating that reality. You're constantly navigating it. It's never really set in stone. Do you see what I'm saying? So for some of you, it's like coming out of a very rigid experience when it comes to how you view something, how you connect with certain things. That was definitely wearing you down. Okay, and that your higher self, like I said at the beginning of the reading, is trying to communicate with you, trying to get you to see that, trying to get you to shift here. Because there's beautiful things on the other end of that. This Ace of Pentacles, right? But it just might take yourself, like putting yourself in a new perspective, trying to see something from a different point of view, okay? Allowing new possibilities, entertaining that in your mind, not being so rigid and stuck on maybe one outcome or one answer or one reasoning, right? Having a little bit of expansion here. And that could definitely be tethered to Jupiter here with Temperance as well. Okay? But alrighty, Aries, Taurus, this has been your general cosmic tarot reading. I hope you found this helpful and insightful. If you did and enjoyed this reading, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I truly appreciate you for that love. Definitely let me know what resonated with you in the comment section below. If this energy hasn't hit you yet and these shifts is what you're wanting this Ace of Pentacles, make sure you claim that in the comment section. You could just say you claim it or whatever. Leave some emojis just so that your energy can get tied into that so that you can move forward and really be in tune with this High Priestess energy and go through that awakening that's necessary to get you through this portal. Okay? All right? But I will see you all, Aries, Taurus, next week for your love reading. Namaste.